Will no one
One's as bad as the other, and the other, and the other. One thinks he's a head above the rest, but loses heart. The other is light on his feet, but turns a blind eye to everything that matters, and none of you can save everyone. Play it as you like. I'll be the one who cleans up your mess after anyway. Oh, I have to talk to all of them.
Checkmate.
Hush, you'll destroy my focus. Yeah.
You need an upper hand.
You're late. Well, it's not like I've missed my train. Who knows? Actually, I wasn't planning on coming here in the first place. You were late. You didn't make it in time. Do you understand? A theater is all about being on time. To the minute. Being late is unforgivable. One person is late and everything is ruined. You've let everybody down. Everybody. I don't even know how I'm supposed to go on working with you. It will never come to anything this way. Anything whatsoever. I am forced to cancel the rehearsal. You're free to go. Was it that difficult a task? Not at all, if you ask me. Of course, it would have involved some legwork, but you were given enough time, and you never found those wretched papers, meaning you never wanted to. Town's gone, my dear. The show has been interrupted due to a lack of interest on the part of the protagonist. Right at the climax, too. Oh. You're late, for shame, sir, for shame. You're late, you quite definitely didn't make it. Come on in, collect your payment, don't detain us further. Is there really nothing that can be done?
My path was called the Return of Magic. I wanted the power to create a place of miracles and pressure.
Fuck do I go from here?
My path was called the Warden, with the fruits.
My path was once called Goldilocks, but then...
And my path was called Feed the Doll.
So that it would hold something truly immortal.
My path was called the High
My
Day.
path was called a half-soul. I wanted to create a real
It
utopia.
instituted a dictatorship of the juveniles.
My path was called the Mistress.
My path was
tried to
called
anchor the
necrology.
My path was called
My
larger than
path was
life.
called a home for the living. Kindness.
Okay, we're tracking them all down this time.
The wench has us all over a barrel. Nothing to be done about it now.
To him again.
Time is slipping through
Okay,
our fingers.
blah, blah,
We
blah.
must act now.
Shot the dude. Burn the thing.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Um,
I don't bite.
Blah blah blah. They all shot each other. And I get to go and get shot again. Ow, they're still shooting me. Holy fuck. Okay, get yelled at by him. Get yelled at by him. Then I get to run all the way back to the town. Isn't this the bar? Who are you? Artemy Barak. Another Barak. Funny meat sacks you. So many Baraks around here these days. I'm the only Barak around. Look over there at the stage. See? That's a Barak too. He was running after the general with some papers, but his foot slipped. Now he's preparing for an operation, gathering his thoughts. Here are my conditions. One of us got a bit punctured. A lovely soul, really very dear to me. So whoever fixes him is Barak in my book. Oh shit, what? Oh, this is... They won't let me talk to the courier until I patch up the bandit, or force my way through. I don't have much experience with gunshot wounds. Common sense says I can't get the bullet out safely in these conditions, but I know the lines, or at least I think I do. He was shot in the stomach. That's bad news. He is almost a goner. The wounded is wearing a sweater and several shirts at once. Guess he was hoping the layers of cloth would protect him from sand pests. The wound doesn't look good at all. A ricocheting rifle round by the looks of it, but I feel he has a chance. The patient's breath gets hoarse. He is gurgling and wheezing. Christ. It looks like the wound is less dangerous than it first seemed. The bullet didn't go in deep to do major damage. However, the wound is contaminated with pieces of dirty cloth. Something's hard inside. Pull it out. Metal, there's the bullet. It's done. Clean the wound again, then apply bandages. Easy stuff. He's a survivor, that one. Okay, can I talk to the dude now? Let me up. The resemblance is striking. Are you a courier with Inquisitor papers? No, I'm not a courier. I'm Artemy. Though I have seen the guy. Almost got him. Artemy, what the hell? I am your successor. I don't get it. I'm a new actor, your successor, so to speak, a continuation of you. A new actor is only hired when the old one's dead, or has his role changed. It's all very confusing now. The director washed his hands of this whole business, said we're on our own, no script at all. But I got paid in advance, so here I am, doing the work I'm supposed to do. Paid in advance, and here I am, working for free. Leave me be, human. I'll be of use to you yet. I stand between you and death as your successor. Fair enough. I succeed you. Don't hurt me, human. I'm your mirror. Don't kill me. I'm your guide to immortality. As you die, I'll succeed you. What? I embarked on your path in advance to make sure the thread doesn't snap. I walked in your footsteps. I've been to the river, spoken with the changeling, seen the soldiers in the fog. What have you done to them, by the way? Did you shoot or run? Anyway, I don't hinder you at all, but I have made a new connection. You love connections, don't you? What kind of connection? You and I are connected, both alive, both playing the same person simultaneously. That means we've defeated it. What's so bad about that? Defeated what? You hardly look like a conqueror. Fate. Alright, let's play at fate then. Where's the courier? My stage direction went like this. Today, the Harespec looks for the courier. Barak tries to ambush him so that he doesn't deliver orders to the general, so I tried to kill him and failed. Your directions were misleading. That's not what I'm planning to do. I couldn't finish him off. My arms are weak. You never got the hang of this whole fighting thing. I have to pay for that, since I'm your successor. No hard feelings, though. I guess doctors don't really need that skill. But if you were a better fighter, the courier wouldn't be on the run now. I don't need a successor. Don't replace, duplicate, or cover for me. I'm the only person named Artemy Barak, the only one with his burden. You're not here. I am Isidore Gassar. I follow in Artemy Barak's footsteps, trying my best to study him. That's all I want. So can we go our separate ways? I'll be the one to succeed you, and now I'm off to find the courier. Jesus Christ. That was no help at all. I don't know where I'm supposed to go now. Oh, Jesus fuck. Waiting for you, Tell us now. Will you fulfill your duty? I've heard these words before. What duty is it now? Your words were for your father then. Now speak for your mother. Mother Bodo Earth awaits you. What is she waiting for? Fight Quran. Stands at our doorstep. A big loss. All that remains of us is here, before you. I know there are so few of you left. You need her blood. If you let blood out of Earth, Mother Bodo will die. Is that what you want? I can't help it. The sacrifice must be made. If Mother Bodo dies, so do we. It hurts. It frightens us. So few remain. It is not so terrible to die, but what about losing something for all time? Earth is killing us. Mother Bodo devours her children. She disgorged this horrible plague, so her blood will erase it. All is connected. All is as it should be. Take pity on us. I do. Choose words carefully. Who is to judge him? But take pity on us. What do you want from me? Take pity on us. Kill not our mother. Before the eyes... I refuse. I cannot do it your way. Then this is our goodbye. Rip. One courier is still alive. The last courier is out in the town. All this time the town whispered directions to me, but now it's silent. For the first time, I'll have to think for myself. Cool. God. Okay. The army's leaving. I hold the last copy of the Inquisitor papers. Will there be a bombardment? I have to decide. The wounded courier needed me, but once again I was too late. If I burn the papers or at least hide them, the soldiers will leave without firing. The living won't die. Earth's wonders will survive. If I bring the papers to the headquarters, there will be a bombardment. The polyhedron will be demolished. Rivers of blood will spill, enough to make the panacea for everyone. Why are you guys still here? You should think it all over once more. Where did you two come from? I thought all the children evacuated. Everyone who wanted to stay did, like your kids. Have you checked on them recently? I wish they wouldn't have stayed. Leaving was safer. The tower was brilliant in every way except for one. Whoever lived there could never grow up. It was interesting in a way, but it was getting stale. Do you want to grow up? The tower gets in our way. It's too strong a temptation. I guess it would be easier for us if it just disappeared. But while it's still there, our will isn't strong enough to refuse it. So there we stay, glued. You could do something about it, you know. So you want to get rid of temptation. Sure, I can help you. So even the kids want the polyhedron to be blown apart. I get it, big train. Let me play the game. We're having an important conversation. The most important conversation of our lives, maybe. Can you leave us alone? What are you talking about? We're talking about the war. What do you know about the war? What can you tell him? We were talking about the war, criminal orders, history, honor, duty, truth. Now we're talking about words. Will you please leave us alone? He looks transfixed. Are you hypnotizing him? How did they even let you in? Please, you're disturbing us. You'll have to bear with me some more. I need to talk to him too.
I feel feverish.
Even if you have found a source of raw material for your serum, it's too late now. We'll execute the order and leave for the front. That's it. So there will be a bombardment. I need only technically execute the order. All I need is a precise target designated by the state commissar. If I have that, I can legally spare the town. Thank this girl. She promised me the epidemic wouldn't spread past the town, and I believe her. But you will fire in either case. If the target is designated, I'll have to. The Inquisitor has done the calculations. Did you come to hand me the papers designating the bombardment target? The justification for a surgical strike signed by the State Inquisitor? Yes. Thank you. You are free to go. And Barack, wait a second. Come with us. We need an experienced doctor. I thought about it. Thank you. I'll catch up with you after I finish my business here. I don't know what business I have here, but... The choice has been made. The polyhedron is about to be shot down. The Adurg is living people. I choose them. The sand pest will be eradicated forever. So do I just wait until 2200 now? Do I not get a cutscene for that, really?
Foeless. Why be foes? Why shun? Better to listen than to fight. Abiding and watchful is wisdom. Let the outlandish life dwell within you, and you will unearth answers. Is this not the task of a healer?
They blew it up and they didn't even give me a cutscene. The polyhedron is no more. Blood seeps from the ground. All that's left is taking as much as I can. Jesus Christ. Day 12 in which the lights die out. The rest is silence. September has been rough this year. And just who are you? Your companion. An eternal one, looks like. You survived death. This is your victory. You're the only survivor. Only survivor? Or maybe you're not the only one. I don't know how many you've managed to touch, or will manage to. You still have the entire rest of the day to share your goodbyes with whomever you wish. To touch a last few souls. Goodbyes, what's the point? You've given your town a future. You've weaned it from the earth, and that's something. The nourishing umbilical cord must be severed at some point. Can we do without that? The people will become free. They'll discover their destinies within the town, and those destinies will shape it. They'll think of death how you've grown to think of death. Whoever survives something like this has nothing to fear. Go say goodbye to them. Not my kind of freedom. There's something, I'll just say my goodbyes. Where will you go then? To the heart of the town, the central square, to, I don't know, the theater. I don't have much of a choice. Don't worry, you'll have a choice there. Besides, you've already done all you can. All that's left is a bit of business to wrap up. Things can concern you alone, and you, who are you? Who cares about you? You know what? I actually like myself. I've walked my path well these past 11 days. I can respect myself. So I guess...
There are unseen threats.
I suspect I'm the only person here who has figured out that you were the one who did it. A simple calculation, Barack. Numbers never lie. And you know what? I can get behind what you've done. It was a 50-50 chance. Truthfully, I find it oddly inspiring. I'm no writer, but I'll write about you. If anyone is to write about me, I'd like it to be you, Yulia. At least nothing will be over-dramatized. Your work will be, of course, scientific, but the title? I'm thinking about throwing the scientific language out the window and giving it an old-fashioned name, On the Connection of Everything. What do you say? Just keep in mind that not everything is connected. The pattern is more complicated. I'm saying this as a haruspects. Thank you. I think the academic world in the capital may have a couple questions regarding the subject of my research. Perhaps you'd like to come with me as an assistant and, well, the subject. I'm flattered, but I'd rather stay here. This place needs a vet. You know, old boy, I was never persecuted for my genius, nor was I persecuted for murder, and yet it turns out all this was my hell after all. What do you mean? I must go out. I must see her. Whom? My tower. You won't see it. It's no longer there. You're a cruel man, Barack. Can't you see I'm mad? Would it be so difficult to play along for a bit? Then I could believe in a miracle for a few minutes longer. You've had enough, pal, and miracles don't exist. You don't see that. They're incompatible with life.
Checkmate.
Imshin. Bachelor? Did I say it right? Imshin? You did. Well, this is it, I guess. This is it. This pursuit of immortality will cost me my life. I doubt the powers that be in the capital ever cared whether or not I could defeat death. They just threw the heretic into the fire, hoping I'd never return. Excuse the pathos. Cost you your life? Come now. And not just mine. Back in Thanatisha, we fought for life, for the right to live, for a chance to never let death veto people. That's what we were robbed of. This tower. What is there to say? It's gone, and so is hope. A scientist thrown into the jaws of death, hoping against hope to defeat death, welcomed by death, ridiculed by death, taunted by death, and fooled by death. It's as if this heretic spat into a tower of flame, expecting somehow to put it out. This whole place is far too crowded with death. There is no death. Yeah. Stay here. A new tower will grow. Just you wait. I say this as a friend. Oh my god, there's so many people to talk to. I just want someone to pick me up and hold me. I thought you hated being touched. I'm only joking. I'd rather like some candy though. Should I tuck you in too? And sing me a lullaby. If nothing else, you can act. That was a masterful depiction of a child.
A woman's nerves can only take so much.
Now I get to go talk to Taya. Wonder if I could travel by the boats for free right now. Would make sense. Oh, she's down there. Oh, it's Clara. I can't feel my legs. Well, they're made of bones. I'm dying, Ripper. Only a tiny drop remains, like someone cleaved me in half and it all spilled out. Were you really the plague then? I'm not the plague. Do you still not get it? My sister was, and I'm the good one. Was the good one. Yeah, sure. Blame it on the evil twin. You're an idiot, Ripper. A dull, insufferable idiot. All that talk of rivers of blood, that's not what the story was all about, at all. You have no idea who's up above us, no idea who you actually killed. I know all too well. Okay, so... I guess Taya isn't here? Where once a person was, now but a gap remains. This rupture will not mend. Farewell. Okay, I get to say goodbye to the mass people too. Or, okay. I am alive. Yes, you're alive. You understood nothing, kindred. You failed to reach the kin's heart, failed to brave its depths, touch the shared pulse. You've abandoned your quest halfway. I didn't have time. I was trying to save the children. How will you live now, kindred? So who killed father? No, kindred, ask no questions. Perhaps in another life it would have all gone differently, and we'd have a different conversation. But now, leave me. Your town waits for you. I grieve for the earth, too, kindred.
Look here, it's as if
I hereby grant you new law. Over your left hand it is done, not the right. So speaks Mother Bodo. Unsure why she speaks so, but still, we will tell hands apart now. What? Preaching already, girl? So, here's another law for you. Never hold a grudge, for grudges are bad for health and sneak behind. Be Kara, whoever carries a grudge shall slip on it and break their neck. So speaks Suak. She'll see to it at night. Let it be so. Heed our law. Never deceive or betray the small ones and the ones that trust you. It is not only Suak's natural law. Mother Bodo would turn away from you, too. No harming the small ones. Let it be so. Now for the most important law, the law of candy sweets and those soft white thingies thus sell in shops. They are to be abundant. No one has the right to forbid eating them. Mother Bodo, somehow she will not see to this law, so I'll have to do it myself. Oh, I wonder what I should invent next. I think that's enough law for one day. You've done a great job, kid. Why are you here? Did you come to listen to our not-so-highness? I just wanted to take a look at you. Okay, said goodbye to them. So what's the plan now? Not sure, but we'll live. Will you teach me? I guess I'll have to teach someone if I want to leave this place in 10 years or so. Leave? Where the hell are you planning to go? I'm kidding. Where would I go? I'm bound to this town now. You can't abandon us now. We need to fix the town, right? It's on its last legs. It won't survive without you. That's where you're wrong, kid. It will survive. That was the whole point. Perhaps it won't ever die. Okay, so I guess he just lives at my house now. Creepy. Oh, it's bad grief. Never been up here, can you imagine? What do you plan to do now? Nothing. I don't want to do anything at all. I've been meaning to ask you, why'd you go to her in the first place? She was an authority, and you? A thief, and not just any thief, but a kingfish. First at the gallows, that what you mean? Yeah. My thoughts exactly, that's why I went. You're no player, cub. If you knew your hand will lose, get it over with so you can pull new cards. Then you can make a move. That was my plan anyway, but that's not how it shook out. How did it go? Didn't you see? I went to her ready to play cards, but she played checkers instead. Scratch that. She played me like a damn flute. I couldn't have known. Well, she's not around anymore. Don't you want to go back? You're an idiot, cub. While I was there, I realized how that giant clock operates. I used to think that I understood it, but it's only now I truly do. I used to be the clocksmith oiling the tower gears, and I'll stay a clocksmith, only a different kind, you see. No, but I hope I will. Okay, well, he's the only one that survived from our childhood group, so hats off to him. This is where I say goodbye to Capella and her family.
Why are you looking at
See,
me
all
like
the
that?
mistresses are here.
Bite?
Aren't you a bit young to be a mistress? It's perfect. Why are you here? Just getting to know each other. Each came here seemingly spontaneously, each for her own reasons, spurred by her own thoughts. But in truth, we're getting to know each other. Alright, play mistresses. Can't see any harm in this game. Why do you have that ridiculous grin on your face? What are you looking at? Isn't this what you wanted? Isn't this why you preserved the town seeds? There will be a harvest soon. It won't be long. Fair enough. I wanted life to go on, so it does. You know, Ripper, you're not such a bad person. There was no love lost between you and my parents, but you helped them anyway. It's hard to protect someone you don't like, harder than saving cubs. So don't wander too far. We're still connected, you and I, and there's a great deal ahead of us. It's nice to be appreciated. Mother would have approved of my ideas. She loved people. I don't, but I do believe that when treated with respect, they return it in spades. Economic growth is based on human dignity, and dignity is a word that we haven't heard too often around these parts. True. I never loved my mother, but some things she taught me well, particularly that care is a very smart behavioral strategy. Respect and dignity are the concrete that will hold our new economic foundations together. What's your plan then? I'll start with simple things. An 8-hour workday, forbidding child labor, insurance, benefit for disabled workers, better pay. I think this is for the people that work in the termitary. Is that it? Is that not enough? In your place, I'd be more concerned about the commercial landscape. I know, I've thought about that too. Listen, Barack, would you like to become my assistant? I'll need people to implement my ideas, especially people like you, people from the kin. What do you say? No, Vlad, I'm a doctor, not a manager. My job is different. No, my boy, life's not over yet. Not over. It only looks broken. But we will start anew. We will rebuild it. The same as before? Before? No, no. The past is in the past, buried. Yet she lives. She's buried but hasn't passed away. I'll follow her legacy, coming here every day, listening to her advice. The Bull Enterprise is dead. It is sick, my boy, merely sick. It will get better. You are a healer of humans, but I'm used to this patient. As one doctor to another, trust me, it'll live. I hope it changes. I'm really very grateful to you, Artemy, for what you've done. You did everything right, guiding this town toward the future. I'll always be glad to return the favor however I can. I can hear the White Mistress's voice. I know you can't help but mourn the losses, but you've preserved what was most crucial, the Adurg, because the Adurg is us, people, children. We'll grow and build a new town, better, more balanced. You're already building it. Yes, you're right, Artemy. Where will you begin? When Mother's radiance comes to full strength within me, I will fold my wings around my children, teach them to build, protect them from harm. The Polyhedron, the Bull Enterprise, those were all cruel machines geared to produce utopias, factories that produced people into ideas, but we'll make a world where people's bones aren't crushed under lofty words. Nice speech. That was rude. And one more. Katarina is no longer a mistress. I'm sorry for your loss. Sometimes I feel like I was born to be a widower. You still have the town. Oh. Wait, talk to him again? Oh, there's... Oh, yeah, her.
A good host.
24, 33, 7, 7, and 5. How's it going, Cub? Mother said she'll teach me numbers, Father will do letters, then they'll let me get back to work. I'll stay at the cemetery and count the dead, count them and then write it down. That's fine. If that's what I need to do to go back there, I'll do it. Mother? Father? My foster parents, Alexander and Katerina, the governor's family took me in. So they adopted you too now. It never ends. What do you mean? They had a different daughter before. And? It didn't end well. Forget about it. I'm happy you found each other. Can I take the boat? Actually, it's not that far of a walk. And the theater. I swear to God, if I have to listen to that director, dude. I do.
We're not puppets.
Look who's here. Time to get real then. You wanted to come around. Let's see if it worked. So what do you think? Are you back? Back where? Who are you? What do you mean? Who are you? Artemy Barak. Who are you? A Haruspeck, a warden, a knower of lines. Where are you? Back here. I came round, I guess. I was desperate at first. I thought we'd failed utterly. Like the astronomers of old, you know, the eclipse is short, it ends in the blink of an eye, and we missed the chance to observe and calculate everything we needed, and the next opportunity is a century out. Observe what? Calculate what? Humanity, their limits, their struggle to conquer death. This play wasn't the best. A flop, honestly, but it wasn't useless. I see much clearer now, and I know how to improve it. The next show will be better. So there will be another performance? Of course, the show must go on. Why? Wasn't this one torturous enough? We chose the wrong hero, someone who didn't fear death at all, disrespectful, crude, and flippant. We'll use a different architect next time, a person obsessed with the idea of defeating death. Death's nemesis, so to speak, someone who has studied it. I think you're the one obsessed with death. Death cannot be defeated, but it can be overcome, not by prolonging life, no. The Stroldberg method is ridiculous and stupid. People aren't yet strong enough to bear their own internal hell or rid themselves of it. That's not how you overcome death. We found the true way. I'm all ears. How many of you were here, the actors who played the Haruspecks? I don't remember. I didn't count. Where was the real Haruspecks? When one died, another took their place. This line is made of small segments. It could be infinite, if not in length, then in width. How does one overcome death? They transcend the self. That's what the Sandpest tried to do, depersonalize us. The body is susceptible to death, as is the self, as is any being trapped within its bounds. They invite death the way a lantern invites insects. But that which is broken into many bodies, many selves, many perceptions, that thing can resist it. You're right. To connect two things, you must first break them apart, because connection implies difference and previous separation. Only connections defeat death. I have been in a multitude of shapes before I assumed a consistent form, as an ancient poet once said. Who are you? I'm Artemy Barak. Our work here is done. You can go to the dressing room and take off the costume. Remember the place? It's where you started. Good luck and thank you for taking part in our daring experiment. No, I found myself, and that's who I'm going to stay. I am Artemy Barak. I don't want to take this mask off. I'm going back to the town, back where I'm expected and loved. Does that mean it just doesn't end? And thank you for the performance. You are free.